Yo lot, I'm back. Yes, and I couldn't see what you're all wondering. Where have I been? Well, I want to start off this section just by telling you it's not been good for me recently. For almost 12 months. And it all started off with me going deaf, as you can probably tell. And it's not till recently I've been hooked up with hearing aids. And yeah, it all started off with a severe ringing in my ears, similar to tinnitus, but I could barely hear anything. Couldn't hear a thing at all. And the wonderful NHS took so long. It's took months and months and months to get to the bottom, and they speculated strokes to the brain, severe case of tinnitus, but they'd never seen a case like it before. So anyway, they hooked me up with these, and they're absolutely brilliant. And to top it off, after all this, that was a couple of months ago, they've hooked me up with these, so it's been a couple of months. And I'd brought my leg as well to go with it, down Merry Hill. I can't even remember tripping, to be honest with you. But my wife reckons that I missed the curb coming out of the B&M in Merry Hill. I can't recall it. And I know what you're all thinking. No, I wasn't pissed up. No, I was just stone cold sober. And it wasn't until the Sunday, and I'll put a picture up now for you to show you. And just like that, it's quite severe, isn't it? Yeah, it was agony. They called it something equivalent to a shepherd's fracture. Whatever them was. Anyway, it's took weeks, and it's only been a few weeks since I've been out the plaster as well. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. I'd like to put a special thank you out there. First off for Shane Walker, and he's better off, who was bent over backwards for me. Well, for my family, to help out and to get us by. Also to Davey Coy, for messaging me and asking how I am and how the fish am, and West Brom Coy as well, Pete. Big shout out to them guys. Go and check over and go and check their channels. They're both doing, Dave's just done a new koi pond and filter house, which is, wow, amazing. Absolutely out of this world. Check his channel out. That's Black Country Koi Bloke. And also go and check Pete's channel, which is West Brom Koi. And Pete's in the process at the moment. I think he's just had it fiberglassed, if I think right, and he's got to put the glass in. He's putting a glass front in. But yeah, go over and check his channel. But yeah, they've done a lot of work. So there you go. Should we get to my fish and let me fill you in? And there we go. Go down the garden. I'm going to start off with some boring news to begin with. Well, it's boring to some people. I think it's quite interesting. Just in there, you're not going to see a lot, but there are some small goldfish. You've probably seen one running in and out there. In there at the moment, there's absolutely packed to fry. I've seen them 5 days ago breeding, pushing each other inside of the reeds and chasing each other, and the females was absolutely knackered. I'm not too sure if they're finished, or goldfish can breed at least every 4 weeks if they wanted to, in good conditions. That's due water change, which I'll probably do a bit later on. But I'm gonna, let me just flip you around. And there we go. And inside there you probably can see there's some very extra large goldfish. We'll get to them in a minute. But as you can see, this water is gin clear, absolutely crystal clear. It's due water change, to be honest with you, which I'll be doing in the next couple of days. Has a few filter problems, we will get to that in a minute. The egg on there, which one? That one there is off Davy Coy last year, and it's an absolute colossal beast. Absolutely colossal at the moment. It never knocks off feeding. Even in the winter, it was still up looking for food. And I have the male in here as well. If I can see him. There's the male just coming behind. That's the male. They was exactly the same size. The female, she just accelerated and grew like something mental. Very, very fast. And there's a couple in there off Pete. These pair here. That one there. But the goldfish, I do want to get rid of the goldfish if anybody's interested. Some of them are over 12 inches long. And absolutely stunning. When I had them last year and picked them up, as I had them in the holding tub, bringing them back, there was that full of eggs. There was eggs absolutely everywhere in the bottom of the tub. And I left them a day or two in the little pond that I showed you. That's what I wanted them for. But they was a tad too big for the little pond. In fact, not a tad too big. There was a lot too big for the little pond. So I had no option but to put them in the koi pond. But I never wanted goldfish in the koi pond. So I am open to people who want to swap me for a decent koi, a decent sized koi, or if you've got another Ogon similar to that in a female, I'm interested in that, because there seems to be a lot of males in here recently. But yeah, right, we'll get to the filter as well. The filter, I had a few problems with that. The whole of the water went all bitty and cloudy and I couldn't work out why. And I turned the cleaning handle, which is on the top there, just there, the end of my finger. I wasn't getting rid of it, it was getting even more cloudy, so I had no option but to clean it out. And because I hadn't turned the handle over the winter to get rid of the, basically the stuff that had built up on the filter, it had just built up and built up, and all it was throwing back out was more crap basically in the water. So I cleared all that and I still couldn't get it to clear, and I found out the problem was actually in the pump. Don't know if you can see the pump down there, and round the impeller of the pump there was actually crap round the impeller. So as the pump was going, it wasn't turning the impeller properly. So obviously it wasn't pumping enough water up to the filter for it to filter right. So I sorted it anyway, and now it's all nice and crystal clear again. Another problem I had as well, I don't know if you can see, it's quite bright this sun today, it's lovely out here. I've done nothing but hammer it down, to be honest with you, but it's very nice. I had a problem with the bottom of my pond bowing out. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a line, he says, that's coming there, look, see, and it's bowing out. That's how much it bowed out, and then it goes back in. So I basically had to put a reinforcing stump at the top to reinforce the top. Put a couple of more bolts in, and I had to use a car jack up against the wall here with a piece of stump and jack it to the middle to push the stump back straight. And then I used some of these, the 9 inch, I can't remember now how big they are. I think they're 3, 6, I think they're 9 inch, to be honest with you. And what I basically had to do, I don't know if you can see too well here, But I had to basically push the stump straight, drill through to the slab at the bottom, and drop one of these clean through. And as you can see, hang on, so I can clear a bit of the crap off it. There you look. Can we see it? There. Yeah, so I put one of them in each section, and luckily, touch wood, it's not gone nowhere. So there you go. And to be honest, the bend in the pod was pretty bad, pretty severe. I expected it to go, to be honest with you, but it never did. It never did. But like I said, I put some new bolts in up the sides, and I reinforced it. But there is still a slight gap. Let me see if I can show you. There's only a slight gap now. It was a lot more than that before. And as you can see, I tried to put screws in it, but the screws wouldn't quite go through. So I sorted it. Hopefully by next year, I think I'm going to dismantle this pond and do what the rest of the guys have done and build a brick pond. You know what I mean? In all fairness, guys, I know I built one of wood and it's serving its purpose. But to be honest, if you're going to build a pond, don't cut corners. Please don't cut corners. Go and spend a little bit extra. Go and buy yourself breeze block and concrete and go and have a fiberglass and have it done properly. You know, it'll be better in the long run for you. But yeah, I'll drop my email down below, and email me if you're interested in the goldfish. Like I said, some of them are over a foot long, well over a foot long. They're massive. They're too big for that little pond there. That was my intentions, and to breed them, and obviously hook up to the local aquatics down the road here, and get them to buy the fry off me. You know, what is it? I don't know, 5p a piece, I think, something like that. But, you know, when you've got hundreds of them, 5p a piece ends up, even if it just pays for the koi food. Do you know what I mean? And then again, I'd have to then culture Daphnia. Do you know? But, yeah, like I said, my intentions for the goldfish in there was never intentions for goldfish to be put in here. These, like I said, these are feeding like mental at the moment, these fish. Absolutely feeding like mental. The Matsuba colours up nice as well. There's a nice Matsuba in here. And the Algons. Yeah, they're all looking good. I don't know if you can see the Matsuba at the back. So there you go then, lots of these more rant for the day. And I'll do another video next week. We've got some interesting stuff coming up. I want to build a backy tower in the corner. The polishing box is working fine, and if you look back on my previous videos and how I built the polishing box, that works fine, but it fills up too quick. So I'd like to build a backy tower in the corner there and have the outlet of this filter going into the backy tower just to get an extra polish to the water. So yeah, please like and subscribe my videos, it does help. And until next time, see you later. Ta-da.